Hello everyone, today we shall present you about the Kampala Jinja Expressway Project. Next slide. It is a public-private partnership project implemented by Uganda National Roads Authority. It is a 95-kilometer expressway comprising of a 77-kilometer main line and 18-kilometer Kampala Southern bypass. Total investment value is at $1.547 billion US. The project is aligned with Uganda National Development Plan 3 and Vision 2040. It is a design, build, finance, operate, transfer PPP model. Next slide, please. The financial analysis shows a positive net benefit of $73 million US, and the project will address major challenges of traffic congestion, high transport costs, and road safety. It is designed with a strong environmental and social safeguards under the African Development Bank supervision. Next slide, please. It is a proposed 4-lane toll, and its purpose is to relieve congestion on the existing highway. Its scope is 95 kilometers, consisting of 77 kilometers mainline and 18 kilometers southern bypass. Total land is 593 hectares. Funding is $1.5 billion US, and the duration is a concessionaire period of 30 years. The beneficiaries are travelers, exporters, importers, and local communities. Thank you.
The needs/benefits of the project and suitability of the solution proposed. The Kampala Jinja Expressway is a transformative infrastructure project designed to tackle severe congestion, long travel times, and high-extent freights along Uganda's busiest trade corridor. Currently, this route handles 90% of Uganda's imports and exports, yet suffers delays of up to 3 hours for under 100 kilometers. By upgrading this corridor, travel time will drop to under 1 hour, vehicle operating costs will fall, and regional competitiveness will rise, benefiting Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, and the DRC. Next. The project promises over 2,000 jobs and integrates sustainable features like solar lighting and stormwater management. Crucially, the PPP model ensures efficient delivery, innovation, and minimal financial strain on government budgets. With a strong economic internal rate of return above 13% and a benefit cost ratio over 1.2, the project offers clear value for money and long-term social and economic benefits. Thank you.
About suitability, this project is strategically aligned with the Vision 2040, NDP3, and PP Act 2015, all emphasizing private sector participation to accelerate industrialization and economic transformation. Next slide. A PP approach was selected to achieve value for money, optimize risk allocation, and mobilize private financing, thus reducing financial pressure on the government budgets. The financial mix comprises of 20% private equity and 80% debt, supported by concessional financing from African Development Bank and EU of up to 500 million USD. Next. Under this arrangement, the private partner handles design, construction, financing, and maintenance, ensuring innovation, speed, and quality. Construction risks are fully transferred to the private party, whereas demand risk is shared through availability payment model, and government takes over land acquisition and risk and settlement risks. Overall, the project achieved a PPP suitability score of 5, which is very strong, demonstrating a strong case for PPP delivery. Thank you.
We shall look at the affordability, that's economic and financial pre-analysis of the project. So the Kampala Jinja Expressway Project is estimated to cost $1.547 billion, showing a strong affordability and fiscal manageability within Uganda's medium-term framework. Structured as a PPP, it combines private financing, concessional loans, and government equity with physical commitments such as availability payments, viability gap funding kept within the budget limits. Financial modeling by UNRA and Ministry of Finance confirms that these obligations fit the national budget without affecting other projects. concessional support from African Development Bank, and the EU lowers capital costs, enhancing overall affordability. Next, some financial factors like traffic forecasts, toll rates, and maintenance costs need deeper analysis in the later feasibility stages. The affordability score of 3.39 shows that the project is financially viable, but calls for further financial optimization and risk mitigation to ensure long-term value for money. Thank you.
Where we are looking at legal and regulatory issues, the Kampala Jinja Express operates under Uganda's PPP framework governed by the PPP Policy 2010 and PPP Act 2015 amended 2020, enabling private sector participation in infrastructure. The framework ensures legal compliance through competitive procurement and oversight by the PPP committee under Minister of Finance and Planning. The project is implemented by UNRA with support from Minister of Works and Transport and the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. Next, please. The legal framework permits private sector participation in designing, financing, and maintaining transport infrastructure through long-term concessions, while the government oversees operations and tolling to ensure compliance and affordability in Uganda's Vision 2040, and the National Transport Master Plan endorses such PPPs. And the ESIA process under the National Environment Act 2019 ensures adherence to environmental and social standards. Next, please. Despite a strong framework, challenges remain such as lack of toll roads, Act limited PPP, unite capacity, and the need to align models with transport laws. Recommended actions include full legal due diligence, sector-specific closures in the concession. Thank you.
Well, I'm Agnes, and I'll be taking on the readiness and stakeholder identification using the data extracted from the PPP Screening Tool provided. It showed that the stakeholder engagement scored a readiness level of 4, which meant that stakeholders have been clearly identified, mapped, and involved through consultation during the pre-feasibility and environment assessment stages. The project has enjoyed a broad public support for its benefits, which includes reducing traffic congestion, boosting connectivity between Kampala and Jinja and regions, creating jobs for the nationals. But however, the stakeholders also have highlighted the key concerns such as fair compensation, continuous community engagement, and strong environmental protection throughout the implementation. We also identified some key stakeholders, which included the financial community who are interested in funding and risk perception, the media who are interested in public narrative and accountability. We also have the society at large who are interested in land acquisition, resettlement, and environmental impact. Thank you. Another person?
I'll take you through the current status and information availability of the project. So a number of milestones have been registered and more are yet to be achieved as displayed on the table below. Stakeholder mapping was completed in the first quarter of 2024. An engagement plan was approved by the PPP committee in the third quarter of 2024. A full financial close and contract awarding is still pending. The request for proposals is expected to be launched in the first quarter of 2026. Looking at the information availability, the project has a comprehensive set of supporting documents and technical studies that provide firm grounds for appraisal and decision making. For example, the PPP Compliance Act report, the willingness to pay survey, the environmental social impact assessment report, the resettlement action to the users. However, some information gaps need to be filled during full appraisal. For example, improving social safeguards and resettlement data for affected communities, revising traffic and revenue forecasts such as to match current trends. Thank you. Next person.
The outline of the project management plan for the Kampala Jinja Expressway. This plan has 6 key phases. The first is the project approval and feasibility. After the pre-feasibility study, the PPP committee approves the project to move forward. Here, a transaction advisor is hired to conduct a full feasibility study covering technical, financial, legal, and environmental plus social aspects. The second, next slide, yeah. The second is the study review and approval. Here, the PPP board reviews the study to guide how the PPP transaction will be structured and how bidding documents will be prepared. The third is the procurement and tendering. This includes pre-qualifying bidders, issuing the request for proposal, evaluating bids, and selecting the preferred bidder through a transparent process. Thank you.
The fourth step is PP agreement preparation and signing. After identification of the preferred bidder, upon successful negotiations, the PP agreement will be signed between the government of Uganda and the winning consortium. Then the next step is financial close and implementation. After signing the PP agreement, the private sector or the private partner will mobilize financing to reach financial close, after which construction, operation, and maintenance activities will commence according to the agreed project schedule. Then the sixth stage is monitoring, evaluation, and reporting. A dedicated project management unit and the URA will coordinate the project supervision, progress tracking, and reporting to the PP committee and the Ministry of Finance. And regular performance audits will also be conducted and ensure transparency, accountability during the project's life cycle. Thank you.
In conclusion, the Kampala Jinja Expressway is a well-prepared and financially sound PPP project that promises major long-term social and economic benefits. It serves as a leading example of how PPPs can be successfully implemented in Uganda. The project will greatly improve transport efficiency, boost trade, and enhance regional connections. With continued government support, open and transparent procurement, and strong cooperation with the private sector, the project is well set for successful completion and long-term sustainability. Looking at the draft action plan, the Kampala Jinja Expressway project is planned to move from financial agreements in 2025 to full operation by 2032, followed by 15 years of monitoring and evaluation, and up to 2047. It's a long-term public-private partnership designed to ensure the expressway is built, operated, and maintained efficiently. The references, the information in this report is based on official documents and guidelines from the African Development Bank, World Bank, Ministry of Finance, NEMA, and Uganda Vision 2040 framework as shared. Thank you so much.